Hi, I'm Justin from T2K, and in this video we will be looking at availability statuses in 3CX on the new Windows Softphone app. Availability statuses are a simple yet incredibly powerful way to enhance communications within your company, whilst simultaneously managing your call forwarding. So let's get started. I've opened up my Softphone and I'm looking at the team page. Here I can see a list showing all of my colleagues on the 3CX system. You'll see that in the bottom right corner of each user's avatar is a coloured dot. These dots indicate their current availability status. For example, green is available, yellow on a call, red do not disturb, orange is away. There are two further statuses that can be customised to meet the needs of your business. These are by default lunch and business trip, but you may see something different like away from desk and holiday, which are also popular choices. You'll also note that each user has a narrative about their current status. When you select a status, it will show its name here, but statuses can also be customised to give your colleagues a little more information. For example, we can see here that Miss Splendid on extension 106 is in the away status, but she's let us know that she is at the doctor's by customising her status message. To change your availability status, click on your avatar and you'll see this menu appear. You can see all of my statuses are here with their associated coloured icons. If I click on any of these statuses, you'll see that my status immediately changes on the team page for everyone to see. A reminder of my current status is now also showing in the bottom right hand corner of my avatar. Next, we'll have a look at how we can configure our call forwarding and custom messages based around our current availability. With the current version of the Windows Softphone app at the time of recording, whilst you can actively switch your profiles from within the app, any changes are made using the web client. However, there is a link within the Softphone to take us straight through to the right page. To do this, click on your avatar, then go down to Configure, and then click on Call Forwarding. If you've previously logged into the web client, you should be immediately taken to the call forwarding page, like so. If you haven't logged on previously, you may arrive at the 3CX login screen. In this case, log in with either your extension number or email address and your 3CX password. If you have Microsoft or Google single sign-on, you may see buttons like these appear on the login screen, in which case simply click the button to log in using those credentials instead. Once you've logged in, you'll need to navigate to the call forwarding page. So click on your avatar in the top right hand corner, click Settings, and now click Call Forwarding. Okay, so now you can see a list of all of our statuses. In this case, you'll see available, away, do not disturb, away from desk, and holiday. You may see something different on the last two statuses, such as lunch or business trip, which are the defaults on 3CX. Let's start by taking a look at available. At the top of the page, you can see the custom status message. This is where you can enter narrative about your availability. Within available, I could add something like in the office until 1 PM today, so other users know that I'm available up until then. The next section is for unanswered calls. Firstly, we can define how many seconds need to elapse before 3CX treats the incoming call as unanswered. A useful rule of thumb is that 3 seconds equates to 1 ring cycle on a typical UK phone. Next, we can choose how to route our unanswered calls. You'll see that there is a distinction between external and internal calls. This is a very useful feature as you may wish to route calls from your colleagues to voicemail, whilst customer calls directly to your DDI may be best served by being routed to a colleague or a group of colleagues. To change the routing of your external calls, click in the box labelled Forward External Calls to, and you'll see a few options. Firstly, voicemail. This will route your calls to your personal voicemail. Next is extension number. Selecting this will allow me to choose one of my colleagues to forward my calls to. For example, here I'm routing my calls to Mr. Fussy. You'll notice a voicemail checkbox here too. If I check this, then my calls will forward directly to Mr. Fussy's voicemail. Next is My Mobile. If you've added your mobile number to your profile, this option will forward your calls to your mobile number. External number. Here you can route calls to a number outside of 3CX, for example a remote answering service. System extension. These are extensions like call queues that can ring a group of people, or perhaps a digital receptionist that will present the caller with a list of options. Here I've selected to route my calls to the sales call queue. Finally, send busy. This will simply return a busy signal to the caller. Now we've set the external call forwarding, we can update the forwarding for our internal calls in exactly the same way. But I think that forwarding to voicemail is the most appropriate choice in this instance. The next section is for busy or not registered. Busy calls are self-explanatory. This is if you're on the phone. Unregistered means that you're not connected to 3CX. For example, if your softphone was closed or your computer is powered off. We can choose the options in exactly the same way as before. The last section on this page is General Options. If you've added your mobile number to your profile, then the option for Also Ring My Mobile will be available. This is really a legacy option, as the 3CX smartphone app offers much more flexibility to handle calls when you're on the move. The next option is Accept Multiple Calls. This is essentially call waiting. If you enable this, then should you receive a call whilst you're already talking to someone, you will receive an audible alert. The second caller will also appear in your softphone, allowing you to swap between the calls quickly and easily. Finally, we have Accept Push Notifications. This option enables alerts to be pushed to your smartphone app and PWA softphone. If this is unchecked, then even if you are available to take a call, you will not receive an alert on either device. Push does not affect the Windows Softphone or desktop phones. Now let's have a look at the away status. You'll see that away has fewer options than available, and this is because statuses like away, do not disturb or holiday, 3CX will assume that you will not be taking calls, so there is no need to route calls in different ways. As before, you still have the option to add a custom status message, ideal for letting people know that you're in a meeting until 3 PM, for example. Beneath this, you'll see the familiar options for forwarding calls. However, please note, for no apparent reason that I can think of, external and internal calls are swapped around on the unavailable statuses, so do make sure that you're careful when you're selecting them. Finally, on the general options, we have Accept Push Notifications again. Now you might wonder why this is relevant, as you're not answering calls. But if you leave push enabled, you can still see the alerts arrive with details of your voicemail and chat messages, along with missed calls. This can be useful, for example, if you're in a meeting, as you can quickly see if you have anything to deal with when you go on a coffee break. Moving through the rest of the statuses, you'll see that all of the settings are familiar, so just change these to suit your own needs. And that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have, please do click on the like button and consider subscribing to our channel. If you do subscribe, make sure you click the bell icon and you'll be notified of any new videos as soon as they're released. In the meantime, please take some time to have a look at our other tutorials, and I'll look forward to seeing you in our next video.